Hey everybody, Nick here, and today I got a review for you of this little guy. This is the Alliance Designs Laconico Knives Angry Baby Bear, I believe. Did I just say review? This is a disassembly. You saw the mat, you should know that already, but nevertheless, hopefully I'll get the video title right at least. We are going to go ahead and pop this guy loose. Oh, I should have showed you the centering. Well, the centering's right on, so there you go, I showed you the centering. And just to get it out of the way, if you're ever curious about any of the tools that I'm using during my disassembly here to make this happen, go ahead and check out nickshabazz.com/tools. That'll link you to a video where I show all of it off, describe it, and even have links on where to buy things in the description if you'd like to support the channel. But mostly, I just don't want to answer that question a bazillion times. Free spinning pivot. What the heck? Okay. Well, this is going to be fun. We have a whoa there. Oh, good. See, here's the backspacer come out. What's frustrating right now is that I went at this in the wrong direction. Knowing there was a free spinning pivot, I actually should have left the body screws in. But now what's going to happen is as I turn this guy, it's going to slowly disassemble itself. Oh, this is bad thread locked shut. Yowza. Okay, that's why. Alrighty. That was touch and go for a second there. Was it thread locked or was it just over tightened? I don't know. No, there's thread locker in there. Alright, but either way, I should be able to now, with a little tiny bit of encouragement. And here is my encourager. This is a little iFixit spudger. Right now it's sort of hung up on the tension between the pivot and the backs, or in the stop pin there. But once I pop this off the stop pin, we should be good to go. Come on. Come on. Nice part about plastic is there we go. Literally no way I can scratch this. Yeah, what we see here is a fair amount of thread locker was used to put that together. A couple that with a free spinning pivot. It's not a beautiful thing. But okay, anyways. Let's go ahead and put this guy back into position here. Get this guy cleaned up. What we have here are relatively straightforward titanium liners. No lock bar insert or anything like that. That's okay, I suppose. Go ahead, grab some cleaning cloths here. These are just a little bit of isopropyl alcohol here. And then I should be able to get in here and start cleaning up. So apparently the Angry and the Angry Baby Bear was, that's kind of nice. Alliance design, a little bit of an outrun theme in the signature there. Anyways, yeah, the Angry pertains to the thread lock. Let's go ahead and get a Q-tip here. I wonder, Q-tip, did they have like a bunch of other tips prior to Q, and then Q is the one that worked? Will there ever be an R tip in the future? That's R as in R for conventional speakers. There we go. That's a funny joke, by the way. Explaining it just made it better. I want you all to know that. Yeah. All right, let's clean up the inside here. And then just run this along the outside. Beautiful. Clean this here. Beautiful. Go ahead and clean off the frame. Can I push the pivot out? Yeah, of course I can. It's free spinning. Ooh. There's some quality gunk up on this. I don't know who assembled this, but because my impression is that Alliance is not a factory per se. They are a company that contracts with a bunch of factories, or a factory, they're kind of opaque on it. But either way, and that's roughly how this is all working. But whoever put this together did so with earwax or something, so that's not great. All right, let's clean this off. We can see that there are steel washers inside the titanium here, which is nice. Makes things a little bit more resilient, if you will. It's not ever something I found the need to get too bent out of shape about. Like the washers digging into the titanium. Yeah, they form braces, but my impression is that it work hardens. But whatever. I don't know. There's things that make me wish I was a mechanical engineer. Unfortunately, I do not have that expertise. Alrighty, there's that. Stress modulus and Rockwell hardness, all these various things that I wish I understood better than I do. Were this my day job, oh boy, would I nerd on it. I would get so deep into all of that, but alas. Okay, so now my goal here is to just clean out some of this thread locker. Because, oh my God, this is serious business. Like, I have not seen the like of this thread locking situation for a good long time. Can I do this? I'm trying right now to, you know, I wish I had like a screw tap or something like that so I could just run this in there. Like, watch, I'm using this watch spring bar tool here, and you see, and I'm just drilling out 50 pounds of thread locker as I do this. It's not soft enough, or I'm sorry, it's not hard enough to really deform the threads here. It's just pulling out some of this heavy-duty thread lock they're using in there. Well, it's light duty, but when you pour half a gallon into it, yeah, it's freaking heavy duty. There we go. I'll try and kind of clean this out as well. Yeah, wow. All right. Well, that's why that was difficult to do. Okay, I've cleaned this off thoroughly. I have not cleaned off the pivot screw. I'll go ahead and do that while I'm thinking about it. Come on, T8. There we go. Get on there. Beautiful. And we are all set there. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and start the reassembly process. This is a free spinning pivot, so it doesn't matter which direction I'm putting it back in. Which direction did it come out in? I actually don't know that. I probably should know that, but at the end, like I said, it doesn't particularly matter, so we should be okay. I do wish the pivot wasn't free spinning, alas. Alright, so I'm gone ahead and I'm lubricating this little area here. I'll drop a washer down on there, bearing that is, down onto this. I've always wondered, you know, I refer to this whole unit here collectively as a bearing. I know for a fact that the things inside it are actually what are bearings. I've always wondered just how wrong I am calling that a bearing. I mean, according to commenters on the internet, I'm wrong about everything, so, you know, apparently probably pretty wrong. But at the same time, yeah. All right. I'll go ahead and do that there. And I'll drop the blade onto this area here. Let me move some things out the way. Now what I can do is place the back spacer back into position here. These screws go in from the top. Okay. So unfortunately, the back spacer here is not in any way, it's kind of difficult to get everything indexed here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do next here is I'm going to take the back spacer screw. I'll apply a little bit of thread lock. Am I going to do that? Yeah, I am. My question was whether I should use liquid thread locker and apply it to the inside of those threads, but in this case, it doesn't particularly matter. It doesn't need to spin or anything on that, so I can go ahead and do... I'm an idiot. I forgot a step. I need to put this here and then do exactly that. So, there you go. Let's go ahead and... Come on. There you go. Put that there. And then I will do the same thing with this guy here. I'll put a little thread locker on it. Thread this through here. Now I can lower the whole affair down. I'm going to give each of these little guys here... Is this P8 as well? Nice. I'll give each of those guys a couple of very tentative turns. The goal of these turns here initially is not to secure a damn thing, but instead is... So, let's go ahead and count the ways that I'm an idiot. You ready? 1. As in, one bearing is not installed. All right, try it again. Guys, gals. Thank you to my Patreon patrons who support me despite being completely dumb as a bag of hammers. Alrighty, let's go ahead and put this... let's put a bearing in here, shall we? Ay. That's better. I suspect the centering will be much better now that I've installed a bearing. Actually, both bearings. Alright, so... let's go ahead and repeat that last step where I'm going to tighten these down just a little bit, just to make sure these don't come unscrewed. Now I can go ahead and close this up. Did I lose the other bearing, or am I just an idiot? I'm probably just an idiot, let's be real here. But I'll go ahead and... oh, this is just not fully tightened here. So it's not fully indexing. Okay, so that's fine. I'll go ahead and I'll put this here. I'll put a little thread locker on here. I'll plug this in here. I have two bearings in there. We can confirm this. Now it's going to pull this other one in there, and that's going to pull everything into alignment. Good. Now we're centered again. That's nice. Turns out having that second bearing in there is helpful. Oh, man. Like I said, I hope that at the end of the day, if nothing else, my disassembly videos are motivational. People can go like, oh, that's way too loose. People can look at this and say, you know, wow, if an idiot like that can do this, so can I. There you go, that's better. All right. Oh, wow. Thanks to my Patreon patrons who fund this idiocy. Complain to them, right? They're the ones making this possible. All right. So now we have everything put back into position here. I kind of suspect I need to run this at full tightness, but I'm going to back it off just at a hair and see if I get any... nope. Wow, this needs to be run just tight. So that means this is probably an exact length pivot there. So it needs to be snug as a bug in a freaking rug in order to work at all. And now it works. We have no play whatsoever. We are dead centered. The action is good to go. And there we go. Hopefully I have not made the angry baby bear even angrier than it started off. And more importantly, hopefully you've enjoyed my not being a brilliant man. And I hope most of all that you have yourselves just an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.